high above. We go off in the night. We leave.
Welcome back, a map that we haven't seen Mongols play. Well, I'll be honest, I've never seen them play this map, but hey, who knows? Maybe they've got some secret guns out from all the punks that they've undoubtedly been playing out. I'm T-Time Global, Michael Yumi Cassidy as the ESL Challenger Jönköping Asia qualifiers continue. Senzu starts off with a bang.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a hell of a shot. And Techno seemingly undetected into sandbags, but a Molotov that will land at his feet. But Techno fighting his way out. 3 kills out of nowhere. That Molotov did nothing to distract him from the headshots that Techno had in plan.
That might actually be the cleanest 3 kills I have seen from a USB ever.
That is mad.
Like except for clutches, like the device clutches, that's unreal. Well, whatever it may be, phzy is still hoping to get at least a little bit more damage out, get some cash rolling in, but 600 is all he'll get.
I mean, there's not much to say aside from I don't know how he headshot all 3 of us when we knew he had to swing. If he was gonna be there, he had to swing. Damn, that's a hell of a highlight there from Techno. And maybe they just fight their way out of this map. That could be a solution to not having played it all too much. Nice little quick ramp smoke there from Techno. Good to see that the baseline is still there for at least some of the players.
There goes phzy. I just realized how annoying it must be actually to try and fight back versus rifles from that angle, because obviously, you know, in case anyone's not played too much of CS2, if you're shooting the top of the smoke, you get much more visibility because there's just less smoke there.
Yeah, it's
right?
the edges, right?
Yeah, the edges. So an angle like this, you'll see so much. But that being said, quite a bit of damage actually dealt out by the pistols. Maybe a little bit surprised about that. Corey continues it, and now with an M4 recovered, this is not the easiest retake. Expo's got a good angle, but he's not the one with HP. He still gets yet another frag. So Mazinho, at this point, he might be able to get the round for them, sure, but they have lost so much.
To Glocks. And Techno goes from having one of the cleanest 3Ks to getting a whole load of nothing in the following round. Yeah, that's not a round that you'll reflect too fondly on, especially if Radam answer back with this first gun round. There will be no reserve for the Mongols to fall back on. There are some new smokes that you can implement as well on T sides in particular. I know that there are some interesting one-ways that people were developing with the new smokes, but the pin in that, Blitz has already been taken out of the equation very quickly. It's a battle in through middle, I believe. Good trade from 910 though, picking up the slack in that area, so Summer cannot explore much further. Back to a 4-on-4, but it's been very difficult for these Mongols players to keep fighting in from ramp. That smoke doesn't bloom quite as high as it once did, so like you were kind of talking about, peering above the smoke and shooting around it is actually, it can favor the T side more often than not. They've peeled themselves back over towards B, where Mazinho is kind of left on an island.
They've also made that, like, impossible to spam, right? The right side little railing.
I think from the angle that Mazinho was shooting at it from, yes, but it is still spammable.
Yeah. Very little damage. Corey finds one, but Techno's got a long-range trade with the MP9. Keeps it into a 3v3. Now, he doesn't have time to actually replace his gun. Instead, he's just taken the time to try and put Senzu into sandbags. So will not be checking this. And although Senzu had a chance to find a player who's caught out with a nade in his hand, he whiffs his spray, and phzy and somebody can now get a comfortable plant and a round as a result.
Well, Mazinho's on the flank. But this might just be about containment and doing damage, because it will be quite difficult to find these individual fights. Expert's not giving him the duel in from ramp. Somebody will be that first point of contact. It's actually interesting to think about that the The view model we see on screen is what the view model should be basically for players. Maybe not exactly, but hey, so Vertigo got all the sound cues he needed for an extra frag. And the bomb shouldn't go off. Yeah, no problem for them to save those two weapons over. So Rare Adam answered back in that first gun round. A lot of it stemming off of Summer finding that opening duel, but some nice back and forth between the B and A bomb sites as well, certainly making it difficult for the Mongols to get a clear read. We see a force buy in response, not content with the idea that they win those opening two and something that's trumped by the weaponry of Rare Adam, so we see a lot of pistols employed by the defensive. Xeno does have an SMG, but as the solitary B-man, maybe that extra firepower is needed.
Surprised that they made a little bit more damage. Maybe just stop short. Last time forward, Techno's not going to be able to find anyone blind though. Corey turned around. It's an easy enough dodge and an easier triple.
Good to see that he's keeping form. Got those 30 kills, but wasn't able to come away with the win on Inferno. Now 4K and looking for a fifth, but 910 does finally put him to rest. Somebody also meets the same fate, but the trade is instant. Rare Adam, once again, 2 survivors, but they get 2 straight as well.
So just to clarify, although Rare Atom have actually picked into Vertigo as a challenge pick, or not a challenge pick, but as a punish pick, they haven't played any officials on it either, right? So as much as we are talking about how the Mongols will be uncomfortable, and undoubtedly they'll probably be more uncomfortable than Rare Atom is on paper, but it's not like this is a very well-drilled, very well-wrecked out map from this Rare Atom side either.
Yeah. Early days for the roster, but one at least that they're probably putting reps into.
Oh. Somebody smells money, but he's also smelled his blood. Shot right in it. 910 takes him down, and now Corey just trying to make sure that he can keep holding the same. Oh. Very clean USB shots, I've got to say. So far from the Mongols. Okay. There's some good shooting all across the board. Always fun when it's an anti-eco and you can see players getting stylish, but right now Senzu getting a little bit inquisitive as well. Which is true, a lot of damage found on the T side. They will not be able to reaffirm that economy, and the CTs will have a legitimate chance to reset if they can get this round.
Yeah, these have been costly wins, but wins nonetheless here for Rare Adam. Should have at least one more buy in the tank, albeit it won't be pristine AKs across the board. Should the Mongols answer back here. But that's a big if. Opening round and the follow-up, those are the ones that you expect to win, really. Well, after winning the pistol, at least. So maybe those difficulties really start to manifest in these following rounds. Trying to hold in through middle. First kills there, and the spray transfer for Corey just kept holding onto mouse 1 and made sure to find that secondary frag. Thing is, there are kills happening all across the map. Senzu vacating in from ramp after finding his one. So it is a 4-on-2 that Rare Adam have to bail out of.
Still have to commit, obviously. But they are going onto the bomb site, which is highly reinforced. You do have the AWP Techno as well, taking peek forward. 1-for-1 is good enough, but they do want to keep 3 alive, so 9-10 skill is crucial.
Yeah, very nicely handled. Blitz in the center of the map, just finding those 2 kills. Not something that you expect to have work each and every time, but nice that he keeps them in check at the very least, because should he have fallen, there was a very fast and very real possibility of that B bomb site falling, because Mazzino would have had to worry about B steps as well as middle. Reinvestment in from Rare Adam, and immediate gush onto 910. No head armor, his aim was in the sky. 910 there to actually find both of those kills, kind of stealing them away from Blitz just as he was taking each target. But it seems like mission accomplished. Summer trying desperately to do more damage, but the round was pretty well cooked. The Mongols, once again, chaining 2 rounds back to back.
And demolish the T-side economy while they're at it. Mongols now should be able to take this one away comfortably to 5. And considering that the T's are putting some investment into this is actually a lot. Where they only get $2,400 into the next round, so Summer will not have a Molotov or not have flashes. And he was the only player who would have actually had enough money to do this. I hate this. They have to get, like, a bomb plant now to make it worth it. And with 9-10 finding the first kill, that could not be more difficult. Summer inside a Molotov will get one, but traded out from the hereafter. Techno still continuously going, and no bomb plant allowed. 3 players kept alive as well. CTs are looking good, and again, look at how few flashes they just have.
Yep. Not having extra Molotovs as well is not great. You know, if you're thinking about taking the A bomb site, for example, you want a Molotov for sandbags, you want one for headshot as well. We've seen sandbags be occupied a number of times, but they only have 1. Oh wait, no, they bought more. Never mind. They do have 3. But it's still not ideal for the flashes like you were highlighting. May not be as important considering the Mongols have been a lot of very open fights on ramp.
Damage. And a re-smoke as well. Rare Adam are just completely locked out of ramp for now, and damage continues to find its way onto X-Pro. For all the players who are actually accumulated, it seems like he's the magnet.
Yeah, he hasn't even shot or anything, so it's not like they're tracing the gaps in the smoke. Blind guesses. Nice nade to blow open what was a lurk smoke deployed by Rare Adam. For a team that doesn't practice this map, they do seem to have some good util.
I mean, they've got all the basics done. You'd expect that even just from high-level plugs and stuff, right? Molotov at Techno's feet, smoked off immediately. There are no grenades available for the T-side for them to try and fight. Techno is just getting aggressive. He is traded, but it's given Senzu some space to try and climb forward. They're still not aware. Somehow they don't know that Senzu had pushed all the way through. Despite the earlier kill, they're waiting for an activation in the flank. Somebody, though, not able to find the frag. 9-10 does get a second chance, but Senzu as well, not aware. Pulls out the gun right in the nick of time. Summer's all alone. 10 seconds, and he will end up falling. Rare Adam. Locked on 3.
Oh dear. That, I don't know if that's a comms breakdown or what, or maybe they just didn't expect that Senzu would continue pushing. You know, definitely understood that he was located in at Ivy. But for him to have the bravado, considering, honestly, the poor start that both him and Mazzinho went on in that Inferno, for the added confidence on a map that they, again, I mean, maybe they have been practicing this on the sly, but I do still doubt it. I think until very recently, and for all the history that we've known for the Mongols, they just don't play this map. I don't think that's one of those things that you just simply switch. You know, Blitz has made his decision. Vertigo, no. But yeah, them coming in with nice, confident fights. And honestly, just approaching the map, like you said, to a very high skill level. You know, whether or not we see a lot of the nuance and added details, especially in those late round scenarios, that's still to be desired and maybe still to be seen, really. But really nice to see a nice start for 9-10 on that AWP. He's been lapping them up, whether it's been kills in mid or fights on the A-bomb site. He's been picking his targets quite well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Rare Adam have got to be picking out at their Ethernet cables. Something's going on for them. They're having a couple of issues with that, but we're gonna go take a break. You guys can do the same. Go get yourself some water. Go get yourself some more popcorn. I know you've already run out. I mean, I ran out after that first USB round that the CTs pulled. I was just shoving them into my mouth. But yeah, gonna be taking a break for now. We're gonna be back in just a bit. Come back soon. Don't go anywhere too far. Welcome back, 6-3 in case you've missed it. Mongols have been impressing us with what they have to show on Vertigo. Obviously T side is where we expect them to have more troubles, but we've got to wait for that. 9-10, not getting a shot off, backing off, and Senzu continues to oppress. It's Techno who continues to impress though, as he trades out 9-10's death quite swiftly. The Tech 9's nade stack over to Techno will almost take him down, not quite fortunate enough to get the kill though.
Nice due diligence being done as well by the Mongols, ferrying over that AWP further and further away from the reach of the T's. Senzu's still fighting towards Ivy though. Somebody could be the one to floor him if he's not too careful. This is the type of range where that Tech 9 can thrive, but instant headshot there from Senzu. Drop the bomb as well in Ivy. That bomb, the new physics around it, it does find itself bouncing further and further away than you would have expected in CSGO. But there's just no real chance for Adam in this round any longer. Only the one casualty, and the AWP can be saved over, no problems whatsoever. The Mongols stop what was a planned Tech 9 rush over Adam.
I think one of the most impressive things though for me is the fact that Mongols are keeping so many players alive. Right, it's one thing to be like getting multi-kills or anything like that. It's another to have like early advantages being found versus ecos consistently. Right, transitioning that through making sure you're not getting over aggressive, making sure you're still playing comfortably into sides. This is nice.
And the thing is, if this went terribly, you know, the Mongols would just be like, oh, well, we didn't have the permaban we were supposed to. But if it goes well, they might think, why don't we add this to our map pool, actually?
I hope not. I mean, I will say I hope that is the takeaway from this, but whatever. Mazinho taken down, deep nade out from Blitz, will be able to get the trade, and Blitz wants to continue on with maybe a bit of spam. He just doesn't do much damage even if he does connect it over there. Molotov is missed. It goes right off a cliff, and now Blitz is going to be able to get another kill as a result of it. Even repositions back. Concrete damage dealt to Corey, and Techno's given some space, but it's space to die. Corey puts him in the grave on the 53rd floor. That's pretty hard to do. Senzu, meanwhile, traded out again. It's 9-10 who's all, and Summer actually manages to close out the round.
Man, another important double kill from Corey to have given them that extra room. Not exactly fights that were all too favored for him. You know, the one with Blitz, sure, but there could have been a trade available for the Mongols. Corey denied that, and like you said, Summer just doing a great job of finding the following up final frags to get Rare Adam back into this. One more round left in this half, and this could be a 7-5 finish, but they have to fight off against a very reinforced buy once again from the Mongols. It has started well, though. Summer getting that entry over towards B. Blitz has to bring his attention over that direction, and it's forced a whole series of rotates. The Mongols are maybe identifying that because of this weakness, Rare Adam might just finish on this side of the map as well.
No one's getting any information out at all. 9-10's in a somewhat aggressive position, yes, but Senzu's gonna be left very alone soon. He's able to get the reload out, some damage in through the smokes as well, but with how much util Rare Adam have and the amount of time that's still on the clock, this seems like it's lining up for a round for them to just nicely execute out on. Now Senzu, he's hoping to be a little bit sneaky. Here's the grenade being knocked out. Quick double as well. Not ready for the lower angle, and they're not going to be ready for Techno. Somebody though makes me doubt my words. He's very ready. I am lying through my teeth. Smoke down will separate 9-10, but not for long. There is still a nade to try and pop it open for a while longer. They bought into the small delay. The double bump has forced the CTs out of position. Still the bomb not planted yet. Don't have any nades or molotovs to try and prevent that from happening, but 9-10 could try to get aggressive and see if he can find the head. Will not connect, and it's phzy who tries to come in from the side. Blitz is inside the smoke and in through the bomb side, preventing the bomb from being planted, brings it back to a one-on-one. Gets the adjustment as well. 4 Mongols with the ultimate advantage as we go to a break to see what they can continue on with the second half.
It feels as though we have 7-5 halves, regardless of which map we have, but instead, the Mongols stole away around at the end of that first half. A ridiculous set of shots by 9-10, and the Mongols on a map they never play with a massive advantage. Now, this T-side, this is the true test to see how much they have prepared for Rare Atom on the defensive.
No kits on Rare Atom once again. And they're in a brawly mood. I can't blame them after the kind of rounds that they've been having these past few. Okay, Summer, all right.
How does he know?
Might have just seen like a strand of hair sticking out. Oh, he's just going to keep on going. Okay. All right, Summer just managed to get so much damage for free. Now wants to just move on. The Molotovs hit the bomb, but 9-10's hit his head. Molly might have been missed, but somebody now on the back of the bomb site is going to be traded out as well. No, he gets 2 big frags. Although he's only got 4 HP left, he can just keep himself alive now, nestling away behind the steel beams, and there's no jet fuel nearby, so you can't just melt through them.
All right, that's a pistol round for Rare Atom. I will say, in Summer's defense here, the walls on Vertigo don't seem to do a good job of rejecting things that shouldn't be sort of seen through it. If you scale up on ramp through Ivy or like through past tarp or construction or whatever you call it, there can be certain player models that, you know, your back will somehow break through the tarp. That wood wall on B is another place where that can happen. So I do think he probably saw just like a bit of the player model that he wasn't supposed to. That's why he was spamming as much as he was. Hyper fixated on the wood wall. Either way, Rare Atom hit some nice shots, even when it came to the straight up gunfights. And the Mongols on Glocks.
Oh. That's a good nade as well. No, oh, never mind. I lied.
Could have been.
Could have been. Went the right way.
You haven't made it.
Well, is this the beginning of the end?
Too soon to say. This first gun round will definitely have... It will be a good litmus test of where the Mongols are at. But this is supposed to be the punish pick. Rare Atom dove straight into this Vertigo, even though they don't have officials to their name on it, as far as we can tell. Practice, sure, but proper application, especially against a team that doesn't play it at all. They are maybe expecting this to be an easier map to take it over. Otherwise, they could just find themselves losing 2-0. They want to force it to a third in Anubis.
So much damage.
Yeah, very scary there for Corey. That's not the right smoke.
Oh, well. Corey doesn't care. He's just killing. He's having a good time. I know that his rolls are particularly conducive to it, but Corey looks like he's just having fun over here, man. Asia, you know, Hungary, it doesn't matter. He does it anywhere.
Yeah, dependable. Not for his efforts, they may not have even found as many as 4 on that T side, so...
Flashbang. No, actually, it's a smoke over towards the B-bomb side, and now Summer again. Same angle, different player, but result is the same as well. It is a double kill. And Rare Atom, E4 alive, looking very comfortable.
Yeah, I think if they're going to hit the B-bomb site now, especially because Summer has played that spot now twice, you should expect them to Molotov that off. But we've seen even, you know, in the lifespan of Vertigo, even teams that play the map consistently will sometimes miss that Molotov because it does feel a little bit... It's kind of based off of feel. I don't think anyone has like a proper consistent lineup for it, or if they do, it's for some reason missed. Seen a lot of those Molotovs just sail off the map.
It's just so tempting, right? It's like spinning up the side of a bridge. You just want to chuck a bottle out overhead. Don't actually do that, guys. That's very dangerous.
And just bad for the environment.
Yeah, true, but also I don't want to hit someone on the head with a bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
50 floors up, like that's more immediate to me.
This is all our planets, though.
Somebody. some damage, some bodies being harmed down, and X-Pro's here to finish him off. Would be nice to get X-Pro into a more comfortable space as well, but Zinio actually comes through with a big double kill on the Tech 9. There's only one player here. Summer playing out from back default will be able to get the prettiest spray that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, you say only Summer, but he's been very dependable on this B-bomb site and finding multi-kills. Whether or not he gets instant headshot or not. This time he received no damage. Just a, like you said, a wonderful little spray. Each of the Mongols players falling victim to the same foul movements. Another gun round here for the Mongols. And we don't see anybody investing into AWPs. No, 910 decides to dive right in. Now, this is one of the things to be concerned about as a CT player. You know, with the Mongols, the way they were approaching the ramp fights, they were very often trying to peer above those smokes and take the duels atop the smoke. The thing is, when there's an open play, even on old Vertigo, people were very guilty of doing this. You know, peeking into angles that Ops would very frequently hold around those smokes. If the Rare Atom take that same approach in terms of fighting in front of a ramp, they could be in for a nasty surprise.
I think 910's also in for a nasty surprise, I'm not gonna lie.
And off angle in middle and high low, but he got away with it.
It's kind of unreal that he's able to. Molotov should be able to force Summer to take the fight as well, and although he's... No, what? He just gets two? 910's not even one of them, so you can't even say, oh, well, one of those players was weak. Summer just gets 2 full kills, and now Mazinho trying to bait out with the bomb plant, but a smoke will be separating him from the CTs. They don't want to push through it. 910 has to get a kill here. Will not be able to get a clear sight line, and Maze will now be sailing past 910, and Mazinho managed to bring it back into a one-on-one. Mazinho all alone, already tagged down, and Summer's got 4!
This guy's just not missing. I mean, he's not hitting instant headshots on every single one of his fights, but he's been in the right place to thrive each and every time. I mean, his positioning has been great. Even though he's been the anchor on that B-bomb site, as soon as he loses that presence in through middle, doesn't just sit, cower away. He takes the fight straight to the Mongols. What started off as a 5 versus 3 is still a Rare Atom round. I wasn't expecting him to be such a heavy influence. I was expecting him to be, you know, definitely. I mean, he's definitely an aggressive player. You know, he won't shy away from a fight. But I was expecting that all to be kind of channeled through phzy and Corey.
Full swing. Corey's gone, but phzy better trade. And his pathway back over to the bomb site will even be checking out a Molotov. Forces Senzu into a more defensive position as well. Senzu, though, about to lose some teammates. Techno able to keep himself alive with barely any HP. The nade won't trace him down. He's good about running away, but phzy knows every utility he needs to.
Yeah, and X-Pro heard all the audibles. He needs to start suddenly taking space away on A. So they vacated this spot, but all the information is there for Rare Atom.
Even if it wasn't, Summer has been shown to be a pretty damn good hand at dealing with, well, everyone. Every time.
Well, they're about to get flanked.
X-Pro's getting the freest kills he's ever had. It's only 2, but damage dealt to Mazinho as well, and this is pretty much game over for this round. Mazinho not able to get the initial accuracy on the spray either. Very hard to adjust a spray once you start off in the wrong place. And Techno's just a lonely boy with lights on him.
I would think this kill would be reserved for Summer, but somebody clearly wants to take the fight. Techno's not interested. 9 HP? Yeah, I wouldn't say there's much of a hope. Double digits here for Rare Atom. And a lot of it stemming off the back of just honestly, making too many sound cues and just not being prepared for any sort of a flank. You know, they separated and just gave up all that ground. No one even considered it as a possibility. And that's dangerous. You know, this is a map where there are so many avenues for flanks, whether it's through middle, whether it's through the extremities like A or B. You don't always have to worry about that, you know, on maps like Mirage, for example.
It's some well-timed util. I have to say, they are finding it so hard to even get into position to set up for an execute at this stage. Blitz is also watched out for. X-Pros just pushed him off the side of the building and will continue on trying to get some more spam out now. With Techno down, it's a 5-on-3. X-Pro out in the open, wants to keep fighting, but it's Summer who we know is going to try and bring the party to them. Still, trades are decent. 2-on-2, both players on the T side low, so phzy's got some easy kills to line up, and he will do so perfectly. 11 secured for Rare Adam. It's a better look from Mongols in many ways, but does it really matter?
Yeah, X-Pro is really showing us the strength of having that AUG. We have not really seen an AWP invested into here for Rare Adam, but we've seen that's actually not uncommon anymore. Saw some great work from 910 on his AWPing duties, but not everyone's willing to make that deep investment. The benefits do not outweigh the costs. It's not an ideal round for the Mongols. Basically no utility to clear out any sections of the map. No flashes, no Molotovs, no HEs. HEs have become a very valuable part of the kit. Now with the interaction with smokes, of course.
Crucial kill. Summer's been a big man.
They don't need to even accelerate off of this. Mazzino's just trying to run interference because they're peering through mid and they find Corey because of it.
I like the adjustment. Ready for the leg to be spotted out. He gets one, but not prepared for how far into the site Senzu already is. Mongols, go back to basic. All individuals, mute as much sound as you can and just get aggressive in one part of the map that allows him to get one, and from there, Rare Adam just fall apart.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, it's easy not for your setup to not break down if your anchors are always alive, right? I mean, we see the amount of success that Summer's had in previous rounds on that B-bomb site. It's much more difficult as soon as you lose that anchor to then make all the rotates work and cover all your bases, especially on the B side where you can very quickly be attacked from middle, for example. So a very critical kill from Mazzino. It really forced a lot of movement out of Rare Adam, and they do get caught as a result of it.
Terrorists win.
It's all resource allocation, CP size. This could be a tipping point. We could honestly end up in another OT. Lose here, and the Mongols are pretty much guaranteed to tie things up at 11-11.
Oh. Let's try to go aggressively into middle once again. We're out of habit doing a good job of trying to double up there quite a few times. This time it helps out, but phzy is so fast in rotating back to the A-bomb site. Trades will keep this competitive, if nothing else. And Mongols are very heavily committed to the A-bomb site. Their recognition is there from Rare Adam as well. They are rotating all three players back here, so this will be as difficult of a scale as it can get. Good smoke lineup, gives them some space, but it also means it's an easier push through for somebody. Techno is expecting it though. He's gonna be around the corner and find the frag. Gives them the advantage. And with Mazinho still having a Molotov, there's almost no way that they're able to stop this bomb from being planted. A flashbang through, but it's too late. They might just be able to get another frag if someone wants to get aggressive, but no, phzy, he's the one doing it all. The only player to have found any frags, and it's 3. So far. Could even be more. Smoke down on the bomb, they have tapped it out as well, and 910 will be able to clear it out. He's low, Techno good for the 1-for-1, and Summer now all alone will be going for the full defuse stick. 910 needs to line it up, and he does do so. Mongolz keep themselves alive, and they will reset CT economy. This could be their chance.
An incredibly scrappy, but really well done, close round, rather, between both the squads. phzy doing so much on his AWP, but the trades, aside from just locking down that AWP, were very on point for the Mongols. They took space where that AWP was not. And yeah, fantastic spam at the tail end of that round. If not for that, Rare Adam would be right there at the finish line. They would have had some extra money, that's for sure. Instead, they have to bend the knee and just bow out of this one. And there'll be one last buy in the tank for Rare Adam, but it'll be pretty much sink or swim.
Of course, while we do have a pause, a quick spoiler for everyone. I'm about to tell the result of the other match, the Wings Up versus Tyloo one, so close your ears if you don't want it. Tyloo won out 2-0, but it was very competitive. Wings Up actually took them to 16-14 on Nuke, which is surprising. That is obviously one of Tyloo's historically best maps, is stretching back to when they were on the Rare Adam side. But yeah.
Yeah, that will never not be weird for me. Rare Adam is Tyloo. Okay, this is strange. This is a low buy round here for Rare Adam, but they've found the opening kill. Somebody's got his hands on an AK as well, but they're assembling boosts on this A bomb site. Player tucked into the sandbag. Techno, the double kill and the triple as well. Just no success from sandbags or the boost.
That is wild. Okay. It looked like it was starting off in such a good way to end up in disaster, right? And it just falls apart.
I also didn't realize that they found... I'm pretty sure the mid player had the bomb. Like, that was a bomb on the floor. And there was still so much spread action there from the Mongols. There was basically no change in the setup for Rare Adam either. This is it. This is for all of the marbles.
Oh, that's a bad Molotov. phzy's trying to get aggressive, but he's got a lot of smokes to try and fight through. There is... I don't know how he dodges that flashbang, but somehow he's not blinded by it. But regardless, is it going to be another A-site finish? It feels like that's the only place where Mongols have actually found success. X-Pro holding on, and if it's a hard swing out from 910 on the AWP, X-Pro does have a slight advantage, because obviously it's a very slow peak. Also, I think it's a big advantage, but even so, 910's a fast man.
Be a good timing for the boost. Know that one player at least is located towards double. Yeah, Techno just honed in on it. Soul's where Summer threw that nade from, and Techno a double entry. He's doing a great job in opening up these rounds here for the Mongols. phzy taking X-Pro down even though he found his frag. And so they're one extra man short on this rotate to B, but he's thinned the herd slightly. 3-on-2. There is enough room here for the plans as they try to rendezvous on this site.
phzy doesn't even use that nade to try and pop the smoke or anything like it to threaten. Still finds a kill onto the planter. 2-on-2. 910's got an excellent position. Just has to make sure he doesn't double guess himself, but now it's taken too long and he is starting to wonder, and it might be the right question that he's asking. Blitz has traded out positions and players with him, so this will just be another peek out. Corey brought down low to a wall bang and his Blitz to go for the full swing. 12 for the Mongols. They are somehow at match point despite being put in every disadvantage imaginable.
Yeah, I mean, just hats off to Techno in this round. Saw and got all the information he needed and just dialed in on the right fights. You know, this is one of the few instances in which we didn't see a secondary man sort of floating or peeking into ramp. You know, we had a round prior with X-Pro on the AUG, just dismantling that quick boost that the Mongols tried to go for on B, but this time it was unspotted, and Summer is sitting duck. Summer's had some great rounds on this B-bomb site, but it has been a difficulty in the more recent ones, and this buy is not ideal either. It's so many pharmacies. Very limited utility. Corey taking a massive risk, but journeyed through that smoke, and so far, undetected.
To keep trying to go for it. Corey trying to peek forward. Kill's been missed, but it is traded swiftly. Senzu's good for that. While Mazinho plays containment back to the B-bomb side, he will force two players to stay here and respect that decision. But no, instead, somebody's pushed forward. He's found one kill, but they've lost the A-side anchor and the site with it. X-Pro has to be careful. Almost caught out, but he's good with the farmers. Finds the first. Can he get more? Senzu spots him scaling up. And now the call's been made. It's a reset back to B, at least for now. Time is ticking down low, though, so there's only so many times you can second guess this.
Yeah, they're very worried that somebody would have quickly flanked just in anticipation of this being an A-sided hit, but he's peeled himself further and further back. He still sits on top of default, and there's nothing to flush him out. No flashes, no smokes, no util whatsoever here for the Mongols, so it has to just be dry fights.
That's one perfect. That is a really well-timed smoke. Somebody's position is just such a pain in the behind as well, but Blitz might be able to be a pain in the behind himself. Trying to get a quick flank through. Senzu's covering off the generator, but that generator ends up being a false flag. 12-12, Rare Adam managed to keep things alive with their family of pharmacists, and they will take it to overtime again.
Yeah, it felt like there was just that open possibility as soon as we ended up into that 11-9 scoreline. Sure, the Mongols got to 12 first, but Rare Adam just pulling up their socks where they needed to in a round where they didn't have the best weaponry, they didn't have all the utility that they could have desired. They had to try and make something work, and some of that was the aggression, but somebody, I think, definitely overperforming in his spot. You know, as the solitary man left on that B-bomb site, still finding the kill on Mazinho and just serving to claw in the back of the mind of the Mongols. Just exceptional work from him. This B-bomb site, very difficult to crack into, clearly. You know, whether it's Summer there or whether it's been, you know, X-Pro's presence or somebody. There's been a player on the Rare Adam side ready to pick up the slack.
I feel like on the other side, right? Like, let's try and make this more individual. Let's try and brute force a little bit more, maybe. And that's what Summer's trying to do as well, but he's just not able to make it work. Somebody looking for a trade that'll never come. On top of the smoke is where Mazinho's finding more fire. And that fight is just faring out very well. Mazinho, though, a nade will finish him off. phzy not ready at all. Senzu has gotten aggressive on his own. A deep smoke back to the elevators means that this site is open for the picking, but no bomb. No, not on their backs, at least. 9-10 has to go back for it. They might as well be forced to reroute into B as well. Look at where Techno is all the way through. He's realized these rotations are coming forward. X-Pro's not going to check the angle, but is Techno ready to push even further ahead, or will he freeze here? Feels like the latter has to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to push much further than this. Expectation is that with X-Pro thunderfooting his way back into that site, that Corey was likely located on A. So 1 versus 3 here for Corey. No kit available, and Senzu will spam him straight through the smoke. Heard all he needed to. And the Mongols, it's a spread open attack. You know, with the fact they get as much success out of the opening picks over at B, for that to have stabilized so quickly, it was a great reaction from Senzu to take some initiative on A.
do like that they are setting up for some D flashes early on, some aggression early on to let Mazinho just have the threat of getting aggressive, if nothing else. Rare Adam are really forced to respect that for now.
Not really giving much of anything away. phzy flashed off the angle in middle, but going in for the re-peek while Corey's found his pick over at A. They could line up for a good trade here if the Mongols are keeping it present, but nope, Mazinho unaware that phzy would be on the angle, and the follow-up shot missed. There is a trade via blitz, but they are still that man down.
This would be a very difficult skill onto the A-bomb side, but no, blitz. He might be able to force rotations away. A smoke down, and they can just try and push through it. Blitz has made noise. Summer finds him on the wraparound. Corey continues to keep control back in the scaffolding alley, and although 910's got a kill, there's no chance for him to get around. He's not prepared at all for the flank to come through. Rare Adam. Keep things under control. It all starts with a great kill from phzy.
Oh man, Blitz has to be kicking himself. He made such a great play to walk through that CT smoke, but shot too early and then got outpositioned by Summer. You know, he read exactly what Blitz's intentions were. That was the only real ace in the hole that the Mongols had in that round. Rare Adam doing a good job of finding a series of opening picks via both of the imports. And phzy and Corey. Very well-rounded effort from the Rare Adam squad, bar Summer, who has exceeded the expectation of performance. This is very weird. A full stack over towards the A-bomb site. phzy's charging mid, and now he's gone. This B-bomb site is very open.
Rare Adam are realizing that they're going to start rotating away, not realizing that this is still very much an A commit. Now they have to respect the mid-side hit. They know there's two players and both have been taken care of, but in the meanwhile, it's Senzu who's skilled up. If Senzu can find a kill here, and there still would have been a world where it becomes a very difficult retake, but instead X-Pro keeps himself alive. The bomb can still be planted, but as Senzu catches out the flanker, now they know there's only two players, both coming over from elevators and CT, one already dealt with. X-Pro is low, he has no offensive utility. So getting on the bomb is going to be impossible. 910 can just cut him off there, and then 14 found for the Mongols.
Yeah, some really nice sharp shooting there from Senzu. You know, in some of the rounds we had breakouts from Techno on the entry. Senzu, I think, really stepped up in these overtime rounds just to find a nice reaction or to get some just sharp shooting kills. And for the Mongols, that means a whole lot. They now move into that CT side where they had a great deal of success. They entered into their T side with an 8-4 4-round lead. So for them, it's just about re-rehearsing what happened in regulation in these final moments. And I don't think that we're going to see too much of that stray away from what happened in that regulation. We had some great shots from 910. Zinho is maybe being a little bit of abused. He's abused a little bit, rather, over on this B-bomb site. Maybe there'll be a nice adaptation to make him feel more comfortable.
Blitz starts off strong. Paints are nice, but Mazinho is still going to be looking to stay aggressive. Somebody is ready for it, but his legs are going to be shown first. Mazinho's got the first kill, and Techno's there for the second. 4 versus 2, advantage is massive. Senzu just going to swing out and find Corey, turned away as well, but he's second-guessed himself. The double swing backwards is what ends up getting him dead, and Corey has backtracked to try and regroup with phzy.
Yeah, Senzu shooting before he was quite ready to line up his target. Shot at the wall before he shot at Corey. So it cost him in the fight. That could be a mistake that comes back to haunt him if they pull this one back. It was a 2-on-4. Could be 2-on-2 if Blitz isn't too careful.
He's been giving out some audio cues, but a few too many, and he can't really track them. Corey won't be expecting Techno around the corner, and although he does check it haphazardly, will still lose a duel. 15 for the Mongols.
Yeah, minor change. You know, the Mongols typically had Blitz kind of in charge of middle. We had 9-10 there a few rounds as well. But Blitz now choosing a different spot. Nice to see the Mongols haven't shied away from that ramp aggression. We saw how difficult it was to crack into that A side when Veradum were showing much of the same kind of presence. Just a whole utility exchange over at A while Veradum prepped themselves up to group up on the B-bomb side instead.
I do feel like that flash gives you very little, unless you're just trying to delay time late round. But yeah, it's fine. Probably won't get a chance to use it otherwise anyway. He's all alone on the bomb site. Blitz is trying to join him in a generator, but yeah, the video early peek comes out. There is a smoke down, but he's caught out with a grenade. Not quite in his hand, but right out a bit. Blitz will swing out wide, get one. Techno's here for reinforcements as well. And Mongols are shutting down Rare Adam to move forward in the upper bracket to face off versus Tyloo again. X-Pro is the only one who actually separates them from that fate, but getting this round out will be next to impossible. A smoke down to his side, trying to find an angle where he can just get one kill, anything. He's begging. But he might be put on his knees pretty soon. Being planted. Spam not quite on the mark. X-Pro has at least given himself a chance where he could have moved away. So there's a lot of angles to check. And remember, although it's a 1v3, you might as well call it 2. 9-10 on the AWP won't be the most effective in the retake unless he's just trained onto the perfect angle from the start. But Blitz and Techno, this double peek is going to be so difficult to deal with. X-Pro's got one. Can he get the second? No. Senzu, rather, not Techno, who shuts it down. Mongols will find 16.
Yeah, 2-0 in the series, and like you said, moving up to that upper final against Tyloo. A really impressive showing from the Mongols on a map that they do not conventionally play. They had some good CT sides, they had some great performances from their individuals, but this is also a very fresh Rare Adam squad that